beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for January 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your monthly reading for January 2023. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to let you, okay, I just got to go get that card because it shot right across the room. One moment, please. Okay, so we have the Hermit energy there for you as a protagonist energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Please guide them for their highest good. Now, as I was saying, January starts off to a pretty slow pace, which will actually ease us all into the new year quite gently. It gives you time to reflect on the things that you've been building before charging forward. Now, we do have that wonderful Capricorn energy that brings great focus, diligence and perseverance. So it helps us move forward on our goals. Also, the planets are in a better alignment as we start this year. Jupiter remains direct right until May, and that promises much better luck, amplifying passion for life, adventure, joie de vivre, and of course it is in the sign of Aries as well, so that means we'll be a little bit more inspired to embrace our confidence and our inner power. Now, the sun does move into Aquarius from the 20th of January, and that gives more power to the people, so it gives more power to the collective. However, Uranus does go direct at the end of the month, and that brings major changes, shocks, surprises, that sort of thing, because Uranus is the planet of rebellion. Now, these changes, they bring innovation, positive transformation, but they also may feel a little bit uncomfortable at first. Ultimately, though, it breaks us all free from anything that is restricting our path or restricting our growth, so that you can be true to yourself and rebel against any limitations. Now, also, we do have Mars going direct on the 12th of January and Mercury going direct on the 18th. Now, both these energies give us a boost of confidence as well as revitalizing our spirits. It can feel that we have more clarity, a zest for life. We get really going on our goals and dreams with that can-do attitude. And I really feel that the year pretty much starts around about the 12th of January there as well. Now, your first card is the Hermit. So as you start the year, you may be in deep reflection mode. You're contemplating your path. You're thinking about reaching for something greater, something better this year, and you're definitely kind of glad that 2022 is over and that you are moving into a more positive stage. You're searching for the light. You're searching for some sort of wish. I get this energy of you not holding yourself back, going for something that perhaps you even felt like was a bit of a pipe dream. I feel this year you are thinking about being a bit more bold, bolder than you've been, stepping out of comfort zones, and I feel like you've been making a lot of promises to yourself that you're going to, it's almost like if 2022, if you were in a car, I felt like perhaps you were going maybe about 80 miles an hour, but as you step into 2023, you're going to be going 120 miles an hour. Things are going to get a faster pace for you, and you're going to accomplish a lot. January is a very positive start as well. Now, your 8th house is influencing you at the beginning of the month, and that's all about transforming your finances. Now, these could be joint finances like mortgage payments, so you may make a little bit more than usual, or you may be, being able to restructure your finances in order to make a little bit of savings. Even though January tends to be a very difficult month for savings, you may find that you've got a little bit more than you expected. You may also be looking at your credit card bills and how to bring those down quicker. I feel like you're really tightening your purse strings, shall we say, in order to transform your finances. And some of you may even want to make a bigger purchase this year. So you're doing a lot of saving in order to do that, okay? When you've got the Sun card, it does indicate that your money will be growing. And when we got the Moon card, I feel like you're being cautious about your spending habits. And the Hermit may indicate that you're going to be very discerning about the energy that you give to people, situations, and, you know, the things that you spend on as well when it comes to finances. Your second house is activated at the end of the month, and that's all about value. How you value yourself, most importantly. So you're going to be looking at friendships, relationships, job, if you're in a career sector. You're going to be looking at all those areas and thinking about what you get in return. Are things equal? And are you putting a lot of effort into something, and is it worth it? So I feel like you're going to be looking at reciprocity as you move throughout January. Now, the Hermit energy does indicate that you're going to be very philosophical about the year ahead. You're connecting to things that really make your heart sing, your soul, set it on fire there. As you can see, this Hermit energy is reaching for the star. So I feel like lots of brainstorming at the beginning of the month there, really thinking about new ideas, really connecting to different ways of approaching the year ahead in order to accomplish your goal. Because the Sun card indicates success, accomplishment. Whatever it is you set your sights on, you're definitely going to move closer to it, and it's going to be very rewarding for you. Also, with the Hermit card, I feel like you've gone through a lot of difficulty, and some of you may be withdrawing at some point during the month in order to really focus on what it is that you want. Recharge your batteries. I definitely get, you know, the beginning of the month is a slow burn for you because you're actually recharging those wonderful batteries of yours and really focusing on what you intend to do. Also, I feel like, of course, pretty much every sign is getting this energy, which is, you know, making New Year's resolutions to be healthier. You're reaching for better goals and more self-care in your life, better body, mind, and soul kind of intentions, shall we say, because the star, as you see, the Hermit always either carries the star in the lantern in order to see the light, the way ahead, and to regroup energy, but it's also about reaching for a brighter future, a better future, reaching for a wish. It can also be that you're thinking about exercise routines, health care, you know, better eating habits, diets, exercise routines, better sleep patterns, those sort of things that you'll be connecting to because you're reaching for a new version of yourself, okay? I feel you are changing aspects of yourself for the positive so that you can approach the year ahead. I actually feel there's a lot of wisdom about you and a lot of maturity about you as you approach 2023. You're not looking at 2023 as like, yeah, this is a new year, new me, everything's going to be new and sparkly and different. I feel like with the Hermit energy, it's kind of like, yeah, you know what, been there, done that. It's just another year. But at the same time, you have hope that you're going to change some things around you that will lead to a brighter future. There is a wish being delivered for you as well. But we'll get into that when we do a Celtic cross. Now, we got the Moon card here. It's in the resistance position. So the only thing that's really crossing you in the month of January is there's going to be a little bit of doubt creeping in occasionally for you. Also, I would say it's important to trust your intuition. Don't discard it. If you've got a hunch about something, really pay close attention to it because you are getting these hunches for a reason, okay? I always say gut instinct. I know everyone says the gut is the second brain. I believe personally it is the first brain because there's something, it's like a gut instinct that you get first, and it kind of like connects to the brain and the other senses, the eyes, the ears, to scope the environment for danger or something that's a little bit off grid under the surface. You know, picking up different vibes from a person, for example, or a situation. You feel it in the gut first. You sense something's not right and you listen to it. So I feel like you're going to be developing your spiritual gifts and enhancing them over the month of January and throughout the rest of 2023 as well. Now, the Moon card is showing up pretty much for everybody because this can be a card of uncertainty. You know, really hopeful that the year will bring great things, but also that uncertainty, you may feel like external circumstances like world events or things like inflation, price of living rising. It's almost like you're uncertain as to what will come next. okay? But I feel like intuitively, instinctively, you are finding a way to be flexible and navigate your way through difficult times. I actually see that there's a lot more positive energy coming your way, a lot more positive times for you, but I feel like you're cautious, okay? Because I mean, humanity has gone through some major changes over the last couple of years, and it's almost like expect the unexpected. And I feel like you're in that zone to be flexible should the unexpected arise. The wolf tends to represent a pathfinder, okay? So even though right now in the water they're showing me a ladybird, okay, the image they're showing me in the water is, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing a reading, they're showing me a ladybird or a ladybug, whatever you want to call it, red and black. Red with black dots, because sometimes you can have different ones that are yellow and different colors there, but they're showing me a red one with black dots. Now that tends to represent luck, good luck, opportunity, and Jupiter of course is active for all of us until May of this year. So planetary alignment is much more positive. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be some bumps along the way in 2023. There's going to be a lot of shifts and a lot of turns. Pluto is very active this year, which means the hidden comes to light. Okay, so if there's anything that has been held back from humanity, or if there's anything that we haven't discovered yet, those sort of things tend to come to light, whether it's on a global scale or whether it is on a personal development scale. Things start bubbling to the surface in 2023. But the wolf represents that pathfinder, okay? So some of you may be searching for direction and really discovering what it is that you want to focus on this year as a goal, and it may be different. For example, it may be the same outcome, but you may deconstruct or find a way to revamp your approach to a goal or an opportunity, and it actually works out in your favor. The outcome in January is very favorable. The Sun card indicates success. It's the most positive card in the deck. This is about warmth, it's light, it's truth, but it's also like an awakening. So some of you may be going through a major spiritual awakening in the month of January, where if you're seeking answers, you will find them, and you have many revelations in the month of January in order to take you to where you want to go. You end up in a very powerful position in the month of January, and the Sun card represents happiness, celebration, and reaching a goal or being very, very successful, abundance headed in your direction. I get this sense of whatever it is you're building that you may have felt very uncertain about. I feel like there's a different approach. It's almost like you're taking a different route to get there. And you may have felt like it was the long way round, but it ends up being the shortest way round for you, okay? Now, everybody's got a different goal or an aspiration, so it depends on what it is you're looking for. Also, I don't think it's a season for ladybugs, but I do feel like the imagery may be something that's of importance for you over the next 4 to 5 weeks. So, for example, I mean, if you manage to see a real ladybug, that's wonderful. But I get the sense that it's going to be something that is visual for you in terms of a piece of art. It could be someone gifts you something with a ladybug stamp or image on it, or card. So look out for that. I definitely feel it's important. It represents some sort of positive shift in your life that brings better news, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? Now, also, just to let you know that I will be doing a yearly reading for you all in the next couple of days, probably towards the end of December there for you all. So look out for that as well. But this is, of course, your January. Oh, wow. As I said, things are picking up pace for you. A lot of celebration, a lot to look forward to in January. You've got so many wands. So I definitely look at another one. I feel that you're trying to inject a little bit more passion, excitement into your life, and open yourself up to better opportunities, trying to find balance between fun, work, play. I feel like you're trying to do it all. It's almost like this year you're going to try and connect to as much experience as you possibly can. And from that, you're raising your vibrations, and you will connect to the things that you've been hoping to for a while. Some of you may pick up a new hobby. I definitely see you being in good company as well, but let's get straight to the start. This is your starting position. As I said, you're in a really good position. The Four of Pentacles indicates stability. So a lot of you are going to be holding on to the finances that you've already created and trying to find a way to tighten those purse strings and be really discerning about a budget, or being really strict with your finances. because you may feel intuitively that things are about to be shaken up in the world. And I feel, you may feel that some prices may rise. I mean, it's what's happening at the moment, so you don't need me to tell you what you can already see. But I just get this sense of you're in preparation mode, okay? So with the Four of Pentacles, I feel also that this is a card of savings, concentrating on your savings, but also some of you may be thinking of buying a home space, or you're thinking about using your money in order to do a bit of DIY around the home space, almost like an early spring clean, okay, is what I'm picking up here. Also with the Four of Coins, there's an energy here of you've been working really hard, my beautiful Gemini, and you may have, last year seems to be an energy of a lot of preparation, a lot of deep thought, but I feel like you may have felt 2022 pass by so quickly, and you don't want life to pass you by. So I feel like you're trying to find balance between working and also finding time to go out there, have adventures, really connect to exciting things. I feel like you want to do a little bit more adventure this year, and I feel like you're making plans to do that from January. You may have already started to make those plans in December. Some of you may even have bought a car or some sort of mode of transport to go on like a road trip or something like that. Or if not, I feel like you're definitely deciding to go on more traveling or vacations or adventures this year. So you may have even been saving for that. Some of you may have even been saving to relocate in terms of your home space. I definitely see that the home is on the mind for you. And some of you who've been looking for a long time to find your forever home, you'll find it in January, okay? And I feel like you'll try to shuffle your finances around to make it work because, of course, things like inflation, it's a little bit difficult right now. But I feel like you will find a way to negotiate a better deal, shall we say. Now, what is crossing you? We've got the High Priestess. Now, some of you, squirreling your finances away, making sure it's, there to benefit you in some way. Even if you're not working and you're retired, I feel like you're being very discerning about the finances and making sure that you get a better deal for your money in all areas of your life. And I feel you're going to be proud of yourself the way that you spend. That's what I'm picking up on from here. But the High Priestess is a card of inner wisdom, okay? And when you get this card, this indicates you have very powerful intuitive instincts and nudges from spirit, psychic flashes, for example. And sometimes you doubt your wonderful self, and your guides really want you to connect to that in the month of January because you may need it. To grab an opportunity that comes your way, because sometimes an opportunity comes along and we miss it, okay? But we miss an opportunity. But I always say whatever is meant for you never passes you by. So it will come back around, perhaps in a different form, okay? Now I'm just seeing what else I pick up on this one. Okay, this is a card of deep enlightenment. And it's about looking inwards, the subconscious mind. And I feel like you're really processing a lot of feelings at the beginning of the month. I would say there's an energy here of being in I don't feel like loneliness, but I feel this energy of feeling a little bit cut off recently, or feeling a little bit frustrated that things have not been going in your favor. And I feel like you're really going off grid a little bit, really to focus on the path ahead, because I feel the journey is so important for you. There's something that you're trying to accomplish here, and you may have felt like it's not been happening for you, or it's been really hard to accomplish. And I feel you recognize more focus is necessary, and you're starting this year quite seriously in order to make things happen. Let me see if I got anything more here. This can also be a card of caution. So because it's crossing your finances, it's like being cautious with your money, which is really important, of course, but at the same time, don't let life pass you by, okay? Make sure you have moments to treat yourself or get out and have fun with people. Getting out and having fun with people, you don't have to pay, it doesn't have to cost money, but it's most important that you don't start to feel stuck in a rut, okay? Now, what is below you? Temperance card. So this is all about balance, harmony, and deep down, I mean, it's a major arcana card here, and you have a lot of majors in your chart, okay, a lot. You've got the High Priestess here, you've got the Chariot card, you've got the Temperance card, 4A, and you've got the Justice card as well, which means lots of good karma headed your way. 4A detailed reading like a Celtic cross. To get so many major arcanas in a Celtic cross, this is a big month for you. It's a big month to blend your energies to create something really special. So whatever it is you're planning, whatever goals you are reimagining, because I definitely see you reimagining something, finding an alternative way to mix things up, to take that path towards the sun. You're ending up at the sun, okay? This is your outcome energy, and you're finding a way towards that happy spot, that successful spot. So whatever that is for you, you are on the way to creating something really special this year, and it starts in January, okay? Now you may be dipping your toe into either a new hobby or a new career or a new way of living, new lifestyle choices. Some of you may have decided that you're going to do lots of traveling this year. I totally feel this vibe of traveling, and I feel like it just brings immense happiness, immense joy. Now, also, we've got the Chariot card here, which is all about ambition, movement forward, but most importantly, it's about the journey. So some of you, I mean, because it's in the past position, it can be that, you know, you're so glad that 2022 is over. It's like you escaped unscathed, and now you're ready for 2023, because this is a card of transition. It's a card of, you know, living life on a faster term, shall we say, a little bit more excitement. But it can also mean that you've got some choices, or you've put yourself in a position to make better choices this year, or look at different options or different avenues for you to explore. Also with the Chariot card, it's so important to recognize that whilst you are the master or the mistress of your destiny, there's no reins on this card. And traditionally, this card indicates that fate also intervenes to bring you better opportunities. The Chariot card is all about success, triumph, movement forward. And when you get this card, it's also about believing in yourself, having that confidence. So I feel like you're approaching this year, 2023, with a different set of energy. I feel like you're moving fearlessly towards a goal or a dream, or you're maneuvering different forces to go in the same direction that you wanted to go in, okay? When you get this card, it's like a ritual of will. You've decided, and so you're going to take that path that is necessary to get to where you want to go, and you will overcome any obstacles that get in your way, okay? Some of you may have just bought a new car, and I feel like you are going to do some traveling. Some of you may be thinking about buying a car, and it's something that you purchase towards the end of January, but I definitely see saving money for something. A big purchase. It's not like, you know, you're going to go into the store and buy a little something. It's a big purchase, and I see you celebrating because you get like a better deal. Okay, now that's come up for Sagittarians and I think Librans as well. So look out for that. If you've got placements in those readings, there may be something in there for you as well. What's above you? Your calling and success. Six of Wands is a recognition for everything that you do, and also an appreciation. I feel like all eyes will be on you in the month of January, my beautiful Gemini. You're being elevated. If you're in a career that you're really passionate about, I definitely see you being elevated. Some of you will be tapped for a promotion or a raise, or you will be given an opportunity of a lucrative project that sets you apart from everybody else. And there's going to be a little bit of jealousy, don't get me wrong, but I feel like you know, you are talented and gifted enough to take this position. And once you're in that position, I feel like there is a lot of respect. Okay, but some people, you may put some people's noses out of joint because they wished it was them, but they're just not in the league that you're in right now, and they're not going to the places that you're going. So you may have to leave those people behind. Eventually they will come around and see why you were given that opportunity in the first place. So I definitely see some contracts being signed in the month of January for you if you're stepping into a new position. If you're in a career, there's definitely something offered that you will love. It's an opportunity to follow your heart. You will be very happy with this offer that's coming on in, and you will be very successful. I mean, look at all the cards that you got. You've got the Sun card, most importantly. You've got the Chariot card. You've got the Six of Wands. You've got the Four of Wands, Eight of Wands. I mean, and you've got all of these wands, which indicates success, passion, drive, inspiration, and moving forward. Also, some of you, if you want to be well known within your community for something, or whether you want to I'm getting a separate message here, which I'll give you in a moment. I'll just put that there and I'll come back to that. Whether you want to be someone of social status within the community, I definitely see you fulfill that position. So even if you're retired or you're not working at the moment, I see you fulfilling some sort of role within a communal sector or a group of people where people look to you for inspiration, passion, and you really vibe at a higher frequency with these people. It's really enjoyable. Now the energy I'm picking up here is if some of you do have a car, you may carpool with somebody who actually gives you an opportunity or mentions something that's a real gift in terms of knowledge. Okay, so I'm just getting this carpool energy, or you're giving this person a lift somewhere and they tell you about something that's so important that perhaps you've been looking for this information for a while, and they may know somebody or they themselves can help in the situation, because I get this energy of someone being able to do you a favor. Okay, and it's connected to either giving this person a lift or carpooling with this person. I mean, it could be that you meet this person traveling, but I feel like there's some sort of travel between you. You may even take the subway together, but I feel there's something in that. Okay, so look out for that for you. Now, when you get the Six of Cups, the Six of Wands even, why am I getting Six of Cups energy? Maybe it's going to come up for you. I'm just picking up Six of Cups energy as well, but you've got the Six of Wands here. This is you achieving your goals, okay? So it could be that if you're studying, you're putting yourself on a course of study or trying to learn more about a hobby, or even a sport. I feel like you excel above everybody else, and some of you may receive a certificate or a qualification for what you do, so you can invest more time doing it and enjoy it as well. This card indicates acceleration towards prosperity. So I definitely see this is your potential position. You have a lot of potential. You've got so many gifts and talents, and whether you are retired or you're working, you're using those gifts and talents in order to stimulate your mind and your senses and your passions so that you can feel, I'm just getting this sense of all-roundedness in the month of January, where you're going to be busy, productive in a positive way, and there's going to be some things that you do that you really enjoy, and you'll take it towards, throughout the rest of the year. And it's, it creates this, it's like getting the best of both worlds. Okay, so yes, there's going to be some productivity where you're working really hard in whatever it is you're doing, but at the same time, there's just a lot of fun to be had as well for you. Now, in the near future, we've got the Justice card, and this indicates that in January, there is a choice to be made. So that's why you really need to kick in with your intuition. You've got the Chariot card, which is about a direction that you go in. So some of you may be changing direction, or even deciding to elevate, step into leadership positions, or even relocate if you feel like you've hit a glass ceiling or some sort of plateau in one area of your life and you're feeling frustrated and bored. I get this opportunity for you coming on in to make a decision to do something else, do something other, and it's quite exciting. If you are being given a contract in the month of January, pay close attention to the small print, of course. I don't feel like there's anything untoward, but I feel like you need to get like either a second pair of eyes to look over the contract, or if there's, because I feel like there's a sentence in this contract that you're like, what does that mean? You know, when you get that old, ancient legal jargon that they give you a sentence and you're like, what? Why can't they just say, thou shalt not do this? Rather than thou shalt not be the bearer of this bond, of this state, of this, you're like, what? Can you just tell me? So I feel like you may get a second opinion on this. Okay, maybe a clause of some sort. So look out for that. Justice card also indicates cause and effect. You know you're headed in a certain direction and it's towards success, and you need to take the efforts and the steps necessary to get there. So this is like a butterfly effect, or a ripple effect in your life. In order to take the first step, it ricochets out throughout the rest of your future. Your future self will be really happy, and it will be really proud of the decisions that you make in this month of January. Okay, so I really feel a lot of you are making some big decision to go after an opportunity that it's going to lead to a lot of excitement. Now, also with the Justice card, I'm getting a truth comes to light. So let me pull a card on that to see what I'm getting from that there with you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know about this Justice card? They're giving me lots of paperwork. to be dealt with. So some of you may be doing like taxes or looking at bank statements, of course, because your 8th and 2nd house are starred for you, which indicates a lot of like sorting through pensions or, you know, finances, statements, things like that. So you may be getting really organized. The Justice card can be like, okay, what needs to be done? Let's get productive. Let's get organized. But I feel that really happens towards the end of the month, because I feel you're in a very reflective mode as you start or ease yourself into the month of January. 9 of Pentacles, financial independence and overcoming fear of restriction. Okay, it's like sometimes you may feel there's so many things that you want to do in the world, just like I do, just like everybody else. It's like there's so many things we'd love to do, but we feel financially restricted. We can't actually, you know, do the things that we'd love to do. I mean, I'm sure all of us would like to just, you know, drop everything and go and like see the world and, you know, not have to think about finances, but it's just not life for most people. So I feel here though that you are actually financially bossing up, and there's going to be an opportunity for you to save money. As you can see, you're being more discerning about the way that you spend money. So you're going to spend a little, but you're going to keep a lot. Okay, so I feel like tightening those purse strings are important. But the 8 of Swords here is like seeing something that you perhaps have a hunch, because she's using all her other intuition points. Okay, like she's blindfolded so she can't see, so her other senses are heightened at this time. Also, she feels bound, and the tradition of this card is she could come out of those binds and see that all those swords are pointed down. There's no threat here, but something intuitively is either making you feel stuck or is telling you not to go for something. So it could be if you're trying to buy a house, for example, and you're doing a survey and you're like, something feels off. I love this place. It may be that it's overpriced, for example, and you're like, you know what, something just feels a little bit off. Please do your due diligence. Make sure you get the best advice, because your intuition is telling you that for a reason. Okay, because the 8 of Swords is like something that you're not seeing, or something. It can be that, for example, because the 8 of Swords tends to mean like restrictions in the mind due to fear. It can mean that you feel there's limitations, or that, you know, when something's too good to be true and you're like, is it a trap? Okay, so I would just say, just do your due diligence throughout the month of January. I don't see anything really untoward, but I get this. There's something about this clause or this sentence that you're going to read it and go, what? And I feel that's something that you will say, no, 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 I'm not going to sign that unless that sentence is taken out or rearranged in some way. Now, for some of you, if you're getting a new job, they may do some sort of, and I mean, this probably happens most places, they may do some sort of probation period where they try to pay you a little bit less money. And if you pass all the tests, etc., they then increase your money. Be mindful that this company, I'm just picking up on it, be mindful that this company may be just looking for someone seasonal. Okay, and it's like they lure in with money, and then they may like go, oh, after 3 months they're like, you know what, oh what, actually, you know what, the position, we just don't feel it's necessary anymore, or things like that, in order to prevent paying extra money. So just, there's something about an offer that has a probation period or something in there coming through, so just look out for that. But there's a better offer coming on in that you're going to love, and it pays top dollar. It pays so much more money. So just, you know, keep your eyes peeled is what I would say. Some of you, if you're going through some sort of legal issue, it may come to a climax in the month of January, and it actually works out in your favor. There's something to celebrate here for you, okay? Now, your advice to yourself in this moment is the 8 of Wands. Move faster, move quicker. You want to move forward. You don't want to remain stuck. You're feeling frustrated already. When you get the 8 of Wands, this tends to mean that there's some great news coming your way that allows you to move forward. This is a card of being in the flow and news coming on in that elevates you, okay? Energy starts moving fast. You're organized, or be organized, because the pace starts to really pick up for you. Your future self will thank you, especially with this card. I keep getting this energy of you're going places, and I don't feel it's just in terms of physically. I feel like in terms of status, you're going places, and you're going to be mixing with important circles this year, and I feel like January is the grounding, the foundational month for that. You're going places. Okay, there's a lot transforming for you. This is a month of transformation, a lot more passion. So I feel a lot of you are trying to look at things that you love, like hobbies or sports, and I feel like you're trying to inject a little bit more of that into your year ahead as well. But I definitely see a lot of you planning some sort of transport or vacation, or even thinking about relocating a job or a home and building something somewhere else that is more enjoyable. Now, the external environment is the Four of Wands, and that is a card of celebration, excitement, and opportunity. Okay, something you've been preparing for is going to come to a climax, and you're going to get really good news on it that makes you feel so elated. You're going to share it with your friends. So some of you may have been working really hard in silence on something, and you're not talking about it until it all comes together, and then you're like, guys, girls, this is what I've been up to. And, you know, it really worked out for me, and everyone's going to be so thrilled for you. I feel like you have a very strong network around you, people who really care, okay, who's going to celebrate this win for you, because I feel it's a win. Also, this is a card of peace, peace of mind, rest. Now, some of you, if you are working for yourself, you're an independent trader, or you are an entrepreneur, you may actually be offered a lucrative deal, or you're going to network and meet a person that is going to be significant for your journey ahead. This may be the same person that you either carpool with or travel with. They're going to give you a heads up on something that's going to be very exciting, okay? Also with the Four Wands, this is about injecting a little bit more fun, letting your hair down. And I feel one of your intentions is to get out more and enjoy yourself with good people, because this is a card of, you know, revelry, finding time to spend having fun, or, you know, yeah, just getting out there and spending time with good people. Also, I get this sense of community. So some of you may be connecting to your community events a little bit more, or there may be some sort of feast day, for example, in January. If you celebrate a source or a religion, there may be some sort of feast day, and I'm not talking about, like, I'm talking about January. There may be something that you celebrate, could even be someone's birthday, an invitation to someone's birthday. If you're looking for love, my beautiful Gemini, and you're a single energy, I definitely see an invitation to some sort of celebration being offered to you. Either it's offered to you in January, or you've already been offered this and the event occurs in January. There's love there for you, okay? There's a romantic connection between you and somebody. I feel like there's lots of potentials at this environment, but there's one that just captures your attention, okay? If you're already in a relationship, some of you may be surprised that your partner pops a question in January. Of course, look surprised that they've done that, because I just get this is a card of engagement, you know, or you may even hear of an engagement. This is a card, the halfway to marriage card as well, okay? Now, the fear and hope position is the Ace of Wands. You want this year to be interesting. You don't want it to be dull. You've had a lot of time working really hard, and you just want things to be different. This is a card of a real breakthrough, transformation. Your heart is aligning with your goals and dreams, and you're actually manifesting them very strongly. This is a card of major breakthrough. It is a card of momentum, of confidence, and motivation. And your fear here is, of course, you know, being bored or feeling unmotivated, or that nothing's happening for you. Some of you also may fear rejection in something that you're trying to accomplish, because the Ace of Wands in this position, you read the upright and the reverse. It indicates that you're going to feel the fear and do it anyway, and you're going to be successful. You may as well try to do something, and if it does not go the way you want, first of all, it is not a rejection. It is not a failure. It is actually a learning curve of how to do it differently, so that, you know, it works out for you the next time. All the great minds of our time, and you are one of the great minds, my beautiful Gemini. You're an air sign. You know, your brain is like a supercomputer. It's important for you to always be stimulated with great conversation, debate, and ideas. So, you know yourself that the greatest minds of our time, they didn't just wake up one morning with a eureka moment where they just, created the car, or they created the internet, or anything like that. It took many years of sacrifice, of time, of energy, of learning what worked and what didn't work. And then suddenly it appeared on the market for everybody else, but that person spent lots of time behind the scenes, manifesting their desires, but also working really hard to get there. And I feel that Hermit energy, that's what you've been doing. Behind the scenes, you've been working hard towards something, and there is an offer coming on in that you're going to find very exciting, okay? This is a card of creative initiative, it's a card of enterprising, it's a card of vision, and it's a card of adventure. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of that for 2023, but I feel like you're in the planning stages in January to make it happen. Now, the outcome energy, we've got the Two of Pentacles. So some of you may be shuffling your finances around to transform your finances to make things work, because the Two of Pentacles can be like, dipping into one account to make sure you pay a bill and then make sure the other account is like left as it is because it's got better interest rates. If there are even any interest rates left on savings accounts, probably not. But the Two of Pentacles is a card of choice. So I feel like you have to make a decision on something in the month of January, and your intuition will guide you to where you want to go. I always say this to anybody who is struggling with choice. Imagine yourself in both scenarios. Scenario A, you're like, this is how I would be if I took this opportunity. This is how life would be for me. I can envisage it like this. And this is how option B would be. And then really visualize yourself in both and where it could lead. And the one that your heart really resonates with, where you could really see yourself from, 5 years from now, that's the one to take. Because if you play it safe, and take the option that you feel is safe, the heart will continue to long for the opportunity that you ignored. And eventually you'll come full circle right back down to your heart. Because if you take an option that's safe, I mean, we all need to take a job that perhaps sometimes we don't like doing, right? Because we have to pay the bills. But you don't give up on your goal or dream. You have like a side hustle. The Two of Pentacles is all about duality. So some of you may set up a second stream of income, or you may be doing a job perhaps that is a means to get you to working in your dream job or your dream field. So I feel it's important to recognize that you can do both, but then eventually you'll get to a certain plateau where your dream job or opportunity takes over. And I feel like January is a real catalyst month for you with that. This Two of Pentacles indicates, it's almost like, do you want to take the small journey or do you want to take the big journey? And Gemini, go big or go home. That's what I feel with your energy for 2023 in general. And I feel you're going to make a really great decision that helps you create balance, enjoyment, passion, adventure, but also hard work, productivity, and money, all in one. Now we've got a Knight of Cups here. The Knight of Cups at grassroots basically is about what you have to offer. We have to fill that cup of love for respect, value, love, care, self-care, devotion for ourselves first before we can offer it to anything or anybody, okay? So I feel like you've done a lot of personal development work and you're realizing that you are a gift when it comes to what you can offer. You're very talented, you're very gifted, you have a lot of wonderful ideas, and you have this energy of positivity that is magnetic, and other people around you absorb it as well. Now, for those of you who are looking for love, there is a real potential for you to meet a soulmate, someone who's very romantic, someone who is going to want to get to know you on a deeper level. But the Knight of Cups, also connects to pleasure loving. So I feel like you really want to just have fun, because life is we're supposed to have fun as much as we can, of course. There's, as I said, lots of ups and downs. You don't need me to tell you about that. There's a lot of struggle going on. And, it's about trying to find happiness in the simple things as well as reaching for something greater. And I feel like you are going to, reach for whatever dream, because this is about your dream job or opportunity, you using your intuition and your law of attraction to draw in an offer towards you. I feel like you're going to be offered something that you love doing. And the universe is encouraging you to follow your heart with this card, okay? So definitely an offer coming on in. If you're looking for love, as I said, I feel real potential for you to meet somebody. I do feel like there is a chemistry between you and someone new, okay? Someone who is very competitive in a sport, I feel. And I feel this person, you will settle down with this person, and if you're in a relationship already, watch out for someone popping the question to settle down with you. If you're already married, for example, as well, I get this energy of you and that person deepening your connection, but also thinking about doing some traveling or even relocating in some way. Now I'm just going to go and get a final card before we close for you. They're showing me in the water a Lego figure. Okay. They're showing me a Lego figure. Now, I mean, not unless, if you've got children, you just bought them a Lego figure. They show me a little, it looks like a little construction person. So maybe some of you are working construction or you're thinking about it. I mean, it can mean that you're building something. Lego, I mean, symbolically, Lego can mean that you are constructing and deconstructing ideas or thoughts or creatively building like new dreams or goals. Or it can also mean that you are achieving new heights, building the building blocks of your plans. You may be feeling a little bit frustrated and you're going to start to see things improve and you're going to be seeing them shaping up in a better way. So it could also be that you're walking down the sidewalk and you see a Lego piece on your path. I know it sounds really strange, but it could happen. I'm just trying to see, they're not showing me where it is. It just looks like it's on the ground. So look out for a Lego piece. It symbolizes all your plans starting to come together and there being a lot of prosperity headed in your direction. There's really great news. I mean, you've got 6 of Wands and 4 Wands. That's all about success and celebration and good times. So I feel like January is going to be a very positive month for you, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket as well before I read the cards. Interesting, I normally read the cards, but they wanted me to have that. It's interesting. We've got the padlock. Now that's all about security, okay? Security and, is there something written on here? No. Padlock. I mean, some of you, it's an image that, of course, represents foundations and stable ventures, safety, security, that sort of thing. But it can also mean that you find a padlock as you're walking around on the sidewalk. It's a symbol that your guides are giving you to let you know that there is abundance and prosperity headed your way and that you are in a secure position in the first place, okay? They want you to be aware of that. I mean, look at that, sea turtle protection. So it says here, you are the master of finding life's flow. We already talked about that. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you have everything you need to be protected and happy. Okay, so very positive card there. Turtles also, they carry their home on their back. So I was picking up something about home space or real estate. So some of you may be thinking about moving home or doing something in and around the home, DIY, or just decluttering. I'm just picking up that to create peace of mind. Also, we've got loon, intuitive. Those beautiful ducks there. What I love about ducks is that on the surface, it just looks like they're gliding. But underneath, those little web feet, they're going crazy, trying to steer them in the right direction against the tide sometimes. And I feel like that's what is about you, my beautiful Gemini. Nobody sees the hard work that you're doing. And you may feel sometimes unappreciated. But I feel in the month of January, you are going to get tokens and messages of appreciation. And I feel like your hard work pays off. It says, listen to the song of your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Now you have a lot of cards there about seeking solitude, taking a step back, going off grid for a little while, really to focus on things and know that you are loved and that if you're in a single energy looking for love, you will be loved by a soulmate in the near future. But I feel most importantly from this card, your intuition is key, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates for you in this message, my beautiful Gemini. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press the little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini. Love and light.